Welcome back, guys. This is Henry1502inc. I'm back, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a simple web-based SMS application. Now, what that means is basically we're going to code it all online with PHP on coding.com, and hopefully we're going to be able to upload it onto GoDaddy's server, which I've already done this. It's good to go. And from that, basically we type in the URL, we fill in all the fields, and we should be able to get a text message on our phone. Bam, Samsung Galaxy Note 3 within seconds. It's rapid, fast, it's easy, and you don't need 10s, 20s, 30s, hundreds of dollars. You don't need all that. And like, subscribe, comment down below. This is Henry1502inc. I'm about to blow your mind. Let's go. What you'll need is a text editor. I'm using the Ace editor provided to me by coding.com. I would highly recommend that everybody use that, but you don't have to. You can use Sublime Text, Notepad++, or regular Notepad. Then you'll need a server. A server like Apache. I'm going to be using GoDaddy, but you can also use Namecheap or HostGator, which is probably one of the cheapest around. And last and finally, you're going to need a mobile phone to see whether or not the text messages actually send, how they look like, and that's pretty much it. So let's get started. Now, what you'll need are two files. Notice I already have them set up, SMS1 and SMS2.php. The reason why SMS1 is .html is so I can have like the autocomplete function, so I don't have to close off each bracket. It will do it for me. SMS1 is really the input page, and SMS2 is the data processing that actually sends the SMS out. Alright guys, so here is the code that I've come up with. I know I didn't type it out on the screen. I couldn't. A lot of redundant words and phrases and tags, and I just didn't want to go through all that headache, so I just decided to just copy and paste it, show you guys my code, and go over it. So what we have going on here is we're creating a form. We're naming it SMS, which will come into play later. We're going to post it to, I guess, let me change this to SMS2, which is the next page that we're about to edit. And notice that the table width is 400. We have table columns all over the place. We have table rows as well. And basically we're getting the from attribute. Let me just show you what it looks like on the actual page. So this is what it looks like on the actual page. From, we type in our name, Henry, the phone number, and the cellular service. So Singular, Altel, Boost, Verizon, we've got most of them, at least in the United States. So how does our code know why do we need the carrier? We need the carrier because when you're trying to send SMS like 443 for whatever, how do we know where to send it to? So like, phone numbers act as an email of some sort. When we do an email, we have to register with a company like Google or Yahoo or Hotmail, and we're allowed to choose a username, and we'll have like the email company's extension at Gmail or at yahoo.com. So cell phones and normal numbers work almost the same way. Our usernames are our phone numbers. So 443 blah 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 can be 443 at message.altel.com. That is Altel's, think of it as domain extension or cell phone extension, if you will. So 443 at T-Mobile. So T-Mail, T-M-O mail.com is T-Mobile's. Sprint, we just do it like that. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You can just do a quick Google search about what what the actual addresses are for certain companies and certain carriers. You should be able to pull up a wiki page. But anyway, we're going to move on from that. Notice here that we have message, so we have the actual message. So all that's really left to do here is, hold on, let me show you my plan. And basically we're going to say, hi Henry. Nothing's going to happen because we haven't processed the data. So when we hit submit, we get not found. Well, it's not found because oh, I know why it's not found. It's not found because we're directing it to a page that we didn't even fill out. But on the flip side, so let's get started working on the actual processing aspect of this. Okay, so now what you're seeing here is code that will process the data that we've gotten from SMS1, our previous file. And what we're basically trying to do is we're trying to set it up in a standard letter form that complies with PHP's mail function. If you don't know what that is, you can read all about it in my descriptions or links. But basically what the PHP mail function is you have to define the subject, you have to define the address, you have to define the message, and sometimes who it's coming from. So what I've got going here is I basically, since we were working with a form, what I've done is from is my name, to is the phone number, carrier is the carrier to that phone number, and the message is the actual message that you want to convey. But when we get to this function mail, you notice that I have the dot, which is the connector that connects phrases and numbers, and something like JavaScript you would just have a plus sign. PHP is a little different. So we have this variable too, which holds the phone number of the person who we're sending the SMS to. Dot carrier, which is their carrier. The subject is basically right here, the company name that we want to work with. So if you're Google, maybe you would put like Google SMS service. That's my company right there. From right here, it's from blah 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 blah, from, I would say, from me, and the actual message is displayed there, and we just put a disclaimer, data rates may apply, just in case it does for some weird reason. So let's see how this works out when we upload this. If you haven't done so already, make sure you sign up with a domain provider and a domain and hosting provider. You have to choose your domain name and then your hosting company. I decided to just go with GoDaddy, but you can also use Namecheap or HostGator. And basically what you want to do is you want to sign up with them, upload your file, and for GoDaddy, go to File Manager. And inside of File Manager, I would recommend grouping your files all under one folder. So here I have private and public beta. That's not obviously what I'm going for. This is just an example of what you could do. I've already have it set up. I have the name set up to phone 1 and phone 2 instead of SMS 1 and SMS 2 that I use in this tutorial. So once you're all ready, just go to the URL and we're going to be pretty much good. So for my website, it would be Corleone, phone 1, phone 2, and notice that everything looks the same as it would when we go to coding.com, because there really is no change unless you have significantly altered the file in any way. What you see on coding is the real thing. So what we want to do is fill out our name. So my name is Henry, the phone number, and the carrier. And let's just say, hi, this is Henry doing a live YouTube test And before we hit send, I want you all to see my text messages right here. Right here, you see Nyaja's #1, good friend. So when I hit send, it's going to be instant. Like instant as in about 10 seconds or less. So that's pretty fast. Okay, so are you ready? Submit. Seconds. What was that? 3 seconds, 4 seconds? Fast. Right here, right there. New message. Now it should be from the subject name, so Corleone at this weird number. Just forget about it. You can change, I think you can actually change this, but I actually preferred it like that. So notice in the subject header, when we go back here, Corleone, free SMS service, and it's from Henry, which is me. This is my message. Hi, this is Henry doing a live YouTube test, and data rates do apply. So we've got everything that we need. It's all there. It's all provided for us. We are able to do this in less than 10 minutes. If you take out me talking, it could be like in less than 4 minutes. If you already have the code, but the code is a little bit redundant, but it does work. And this is a free, cheap way to actually send out text messages after text messages. You could do mass texting chains. There are endless possibilities. Now, there are problems. How do you figure out the phone number, the carrier phone number? Well, that is not discussed in this tutorial. But let's just say that you knew your friends well. You could just ask them and be able to just send stuff online without having to touch your phone, especially if you don't have unlimited text. This could come in handy. So add, like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you thought in the comments below so I could better, moving forward, cater my videos towards you. This is Henry1502inc. I'm out.